Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing the BBC Good Foods cottage pie recipe. I actually was batch cooking this recipe just to put them in the freezer and I absolutely love them. It's such a good one, so I wanted to share it with you all. So we're just going to start off by peeling and chopping our potatoes. Now I'm going to do about 1.8 kilograms of this because this is a pretty big recipe that feeds a lot of people, but as I said, I'm batch cooking it. So I'm just going to weigh my potatoes as I chop them into my red saucepan on the side that you can see there. And once I've got the right amount, I'm just going to put them on to boil. So now my potatoes are about to go on to boil. I'm just going to break up my beef mince and put it in a pan with some oil. And I'm just going to break this up with a wooden spoon and just keep stirring it until it's fully cooked. Once it's cooked, you can just put it into a separate bowl, put some more oil in, and then fry up your carrots and onion and celery if you're using it until it's completely soft. Once it's completely soft, you want to add your garlic. I'm just using this easy garlic, so I'm just putting in a couple of teaspoons of that. And then you just want to add a couple of tablespoons of your flour. And then you want to add your tomato puree. And then just give it a good stir until it's all combined and all of the mixture is coated. And then once that's all cooked and coated, you want to just add back in your beef mince. And then stir that up as well until everything is completely combined. So once you've stirred it all, you want to add a large glass of red wine, and then you want to just cook all of this out. So you just add it and then let it cook out, give it a stir. Once it's completely cooked out, it will be really glossy and you won't see any liquid. And once that happens, you then want to add in your beef stock. And then you also want to add in your Worcestershire sauce. And then I'm using frozen thyme because I find if I buy fresh thyme, it always ends up going off because I don't end up using it all. Whereas this, I can just put it in the freezer and just get it out when I need it. So I'm just going to add my thyme, and then I'm also going to add a couple of bay leaves and then give it a stir. Now this, part of the reason this recipe is so good is because you leave it to bubble and boil away on the stove for a long time. So all the liquid that's in there, you basically want all of that to completely boil away so that it's just a really thick, glossy gravy coating all of your meat and veg. So just leave it on the side to really bubble and boil. And then you want to stir it occasionally, just to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, but otherwise just leave it to do its thing. So once your potatoes are cooked, you can drain them and just get ready to mash them. We're going to use some butter and some milk to do this. I'm using dairy-free stuff because we're dairy-free, but you can just substitute it with normal stuff and follow the recipe. So I'm using this flora. I like quite a lot of butter in my mash because I like it nice and creamy. I also prefer to use whole milk because it makes it a lot creamier than using semi-skimmed. So we're just going to season it really well with salt and pepper, and then we're just going to mash it until it's completely smooth. Once that's ready and your beef mixture is also ready, you can just prepare your stations. I've just got my beef and my potato on the side, and I am batch cooking these, so I'm making 6 small portions, but you can just do one big one if that's what you're doing with it. And then I'm just going to put my mash on top, just like normal cottage pie. You have your beef mix and then you have mash on top. So I'm just going to spread this out with a fork just because it creates some really nice crevices, which bake really nice and crispy, which is so good. And as I said, I'm batch cooking these for myself and my husband is actually dairy free and I'm lactose free. So I'm just grating some lactose free cheese on top of my ones. Then I'm just going to season it with pepper and put some fresh nutmeg on the top, and then pop my lids on, ready to pack them away. So I'm going to label these with cheese and without cheese, and then just put them in the freezer. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you try it, then definitely do because it's such a good recipe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.